Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you all the custom pops I've made over the past 2 years. Some of them I've touched up on and made them better, but I'll just give you a look at all of them and explain them. I'll start with my games. This is Mira from Rainbow Six Siege, and the reason her her shield thing over her face is blue. It's because it's supposed to be like reflective, and I couldn't really come up with a better way of making it like transparent reflective. And I saw somebody else do it, but she's got all of her stuff. Got her backpack with the wire right there on her arm, and then Policia, Spanish word, on a chest. But the game she's from is Rainbow Six Siege, and if you know Siege, you know her probably. Next in Siege, I have a lot of Siege ones. Funko. And the problem with these, whenever I make the customs, I think their heads get so heavy with all the clay that they just kind of sink forward. But you can see I have her scar on her face, and her yellow outfit, and her hair, the fat face mask. But I'll try to come up with some way to keep them from tipping over and make them stand up straight. But next from the Siege is Kaid, or Cade, however you want to say it. Doesn't really matter. This one I think is really good just because of all the detail on it. I made a ton of detail on it, like the hat, the beard, the mustache, the little sword right there, his boots. I redid his arms, the scope on that 44 Magnum, all the pockets, this little holster right here. It even has a little area in between it. Thought that was cool. But I made most of it out of clay, but I really like that one. Next, it's gotta be one of my favorite characters in the game, Sledge. Frick yeah, love Sledge. But his sledgehammer is a little bit crooked, but it was the best I can do from face on. Doesn't look too bad. But I got his whole gas mask and everything. It looks kind of weird, but I think it's just because, you know, it's a pop. You can't really do much about it. But the person I actually used for this, I can't remember their name, but they're good for using a lot of like tactical outfits. I think his name was Jake Morrison, the pop, if you guys want to look that up and try to find some kind of suit that you can make SAS operators with. But anyways, next is Tachanka. Had to make him, and I would have made his LMG, his mounted LMG, would have made that, but I didn't really know how to make it work where he's holding it. Yeah, because he's already holding an LMG, even though he doesn't really have one. Doesn't matter, but definitely like him. Next up, Vigil, Faceless Operator. I really like this one just because of how everything on him is black, well, except for his little torso area. It's either black and white. It's just like, I don't really have many pops, really just all one color, but really pulls it off. But I sculpted pretty much most of his face, the whole mask and everything, sculpted all that. But you can probably figure out what I did and did not sculpt. And I can't remember who I made him out of, but I know it was a Will Smith character in Bright. Can't remember his name though. Okay, last from the Siege is Thermite. I need to make Thatcher to go with him. That'd be sick. But the biggest detail on him has got to be his backpack. There we go. his backpack, sculpted that on, and his helmet and everything. Then the USA flag on his left shoulder. But that's all my Siege customs for right now. But I'm definitely planning on making more. Definitely gotta make Thatcher. Next I'll do the Nintendo ones. So I'll start with most basic one. Got Mario. He was in my last one, but just figured I'd show all of them. It's pretty basic, but cool nonetheless. Luigi, brother Mario. You already know. It's pretty much the same kind of sculpt and everything as Mario, just without the curly mustache and with a I don't know, straighter mustache. I don't know how you would describe that. Next, you got Waluigi. I made him recently. He kind of tips over a little bit. He's like cockeyed or whatever, looking over, but it's not really too bad. But I got pretty detailed with him. You can see how he's like looking up a little bit. But whenever you're on like a straight level with him, like if you're looking at him from above, he looks stupid. Like he's looking down at something. But it's fine. And then next, Wario. And a lot of these haven't really been done before, like all the Siege ones. I know Mira's been done before, but I don't think the rest of them have. I know definitely Mario and Luigi have been made, but I don't know about Wario and Waluigi. Where's the love for Waluigi? And then this one will finish off the Nintendo Bowser. I used Rowan's Ghost for this one. If you guys have any questions, just put them in the comments. I'll tell you who I use for who. But I used Rowan's Ghost for him, and he turned out pretty good. I made this one a while ago. This is like one of his hand freaking looks weird, but this is one of the better looking ones that I made whenever I was like first starting out. Alright, I'll move into heroes. First one, I made this one recently. Also, Battle Damage Deadpool. You can see he's top heavy because he's like leaning over a whole lot. But I don't know. Okay, there we go. I don't know if I will turn him all the way around, but that's pretty much it. I sculpted his brow and his other brow over here, both of them. And then you got a bunch of blown open holes on the top of his head. Got skin showing through. And then he's still got all the stuff on his back, the two sheaths and everything. And then I added the cigar. I like that. Just a little touch. So that's him. Then the next one, Compound Gladiator Hulk. And I'll raise the camera for this one. Compound Gladiator Hulk. The left side, I didn't do anything. The right side, you can see I added the red, the yellow. I made the helmet a little bit darker on the right than I did the left. And you can see it with the armor too. And I added blood to the hammer. It'll focus. Hold up. I'll just sit it down again. Alright. You can see I kind of added blood to the hammer. It's not really like bright red because it's supposed to be like dried up blood kind of. But yeah, you can see it. Alright, and then keeping with a compound, I made another Compound Hulk out of the Age of Ultron Hulk. These two gotta be my favorite. Paint wise, not sculpt wise. It's not really much to say about this one. I just made half of them red, and I changed the pant color on the right side, made his hair more black. But on this side, it just looks like Red Hulk. I mean, you can see a little bit of green on his foot, but act like you don't see that. You see all red. There you go. Might do a Age of Ultron Red Hulk, because that'd be sick. Alright, continuing with the Marvel, I got 6-inch comic book Thanos. And this one, I'll be honest, I kind of copied it from RJ Designs on Instagram. His turned out a lot better than mine did, but I just made it because I really wanted it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just a comic version of them. Like whenever you see comics, you know, they have all the cross hatching and lines on them. That's pretty much what it's supposed to be. Alright. Next up, do I have anybody else from Marvel? Yeah, alright. Got two more, I think. Wolverine with the skull half showing. I thought this one was cool because you can see, okay, right here. This is the old version of it that I had. And then, okay, this one, I sculpted out his face. And you can actually see in there. It's hollow. So, I mean, the paint job on him isn't the greatest on the body, but good enough. And that was pretty much. No, I still got one Marvel. Alright, here's the last one. We have the Thing. I know what you're thinking. Oh, the Thing's already popped. I know, but I don't want to pay like what, $150, $130, something like that, for a Thing pop. So I asked a buddy, Sea Lion Creates, he has a YouTube channel, if he could sculpt me one of these, because he already had a resin of the actual Thing pop, and he made it for me, and I was like, I appreciate that. But I like it. Technically, I guess it's like half a custom, because I painted it and everything, but I didn't. It's not a bobblehead. It's the real mold. It's like painted pretty much how the real one is, but it's not official. So that's all my Marvel ones, but I still have more heroes. This one, Rorschach, is a custom. I didn't sculpt any of this, but I got another buddy, guy on Reddit. I can't remember his name. I think his name is G Superflip on Reddit. He already had a mold, and I asked him to make me one. He did it, and I was like, my man. So then I painted it, but I think it came out pretty good. And for the top of his head, top of his hat, how that little band is shiny, I just coated it with a gloss clear coat. I painted it on with a what do you call it, like a bucket of clear coat. Continuing with the Watchmen, yeah, made Dr. Manhattan, and this one is not a resin. It's actually a I forgot the name of it, but it's a UFC pop, and I pretty much just repainted it and everything. And if you don't see the little short line, you think, oh yeah, it's Dr. Manhattan, until you see the short line and realize it's not. But close enough. I like it. For that, we'll go with my Rorschach. And then, here you go. This has got to be the coolest thing I have in my customs. It is a Abernathy Customs on Instagram. He made this for a 10K giveaway. And all you had to do is repost the picture, and he picked mine, and I got it. And I was so freaking happy. This still got to be one of the best things in my collection. And he glows too. I'm not gonna show you the glow just because I don't have like a DSLR camera flashlight like he does. But you go check his page out like a long time ago, about a year ago or 2 years ago. You can see the glow on it. But the glow is really good. All the green parts glow. So I'm really happy that I won that. This thing's freaking sick. Sculpted, all of that. And he sculpted the legs and everything like this. Sculpted all that. So that's really sick.